Stop pondering on what that man did to you and go become the best version of yourself. Move on. Here, you need some tissue? I hope all is good now because that's all the tissue I had, baby. It's time to wipe them tears, get up on your feet, get yourself together, and make him regret it. So I'm going to give you a few tips on how to move on from someone that didn't deserve your time and energy anyway. Tip number 1. Most people say to cut off all contact. Me, I say cut off all contact, cold turkey, if you're able to. You know, it's easier said than done. So if you can do that, definitely that would be the best. But if you find yourself having a little bit of trouble doing that, I say just minimize the amount of time, the amount of text messages you are sending this person every day. Get yourself down to sending this person maybe 1 text message a day. Maybe you're just checking up on them. And then eventually cutting it all off will just become easy because you're only used to like messaging this person one day. So just minimize, as the day goes on, your contact with this person, and don't make the conversation about the relationship. Just make it about just checking on them or something random. But I will say, don't have them on your social media. Just, if you have a phone, iPhone, whatever, iMessage is fine, but unfollow them, block, just don't be their friend on social media at all. Tip number 2, accept that it is over. A lot of women go back to the person who hurt them or broke up with them, whatever, because they have a hard time accepting that it's over. Accept who this person is. You should remind yourself every day why it was not working out in the first place. That should make accepting the fact that it's over a little bit easier. Accept that it's not your fault if it was not your fault. Sometimes it do be some of y'all hoes' fault. Let's just be honest here. This is an honest place. But if it's not, accept that you cannot change this person. They would have to want to change on their own. Stop waiting for their texts, their phone calls. Stop waiting for them to just pop up at your place with flowers. Gosh, I would actually love that. I'm that type of chick. Like, if I tell you I don't want nothing to do with you and I don't want to talk to you, like, please pop up at my place with flowers. Like, but accept it. But regardless, I don't expect it, because expectations equals disappointment. So stop expecting those things. Stop expecting him to text you and whatever. Because you just never know. It might not never happen ever again. So next, let go of the fantasy in your head. Those two kind of go hand in hand. That one and the last one. Let go of the fantasy in your head. Accept that person for who they truly are. Understand that how they treat you is how they feel about you. So they treat you like crap. They treat you anything other than how you deserve to be treated. They don't value as much as they should. Stop romanticizing about this person in your head. It's not going to happen the way you want it to. You may be like, oh man, if I could just touch him one more time. If we could just go on one more date. Listen, for what? One more date just to be done again? Just to be back to where you are now? No. Stop romanticizing, because it's just not going to happen the way you want it to happen. And you have to accept that. Next is the let them theory. So the let them theory is basically like, let them do whatever they want to do. Release control. Stop controlling these men. If they want to go out with Sally Mae, let them. If he want to go and be with a man, let him. Some of them be doing it anyway. You just don't know it. If he want to text Susie, let him. If he don't want to call you anymore, let him. Stop controlling everything else around you. Put that energy you're putting into controlling that man, put that energy back into yourself. And just let them. Let people do what they want to do, so you can see what they would rather be doing. It's going to save you some heartache and going to save you some time once you release all of that control. Another tip is, imagine him already with another girl. Imagine he has already moved on. He's with another girl. Shoot, maybe you need to imagine he got a baby on the way. I don't know. But imagine that, because if you're anything like me, I don't compete. Like, I'm my only competition. I know what I can bring to the table. Like, I know I'm that girl, and you should know you that girl too. So if you know you that girl, honey, you can have them. I've been cheated on before, and when I found out, I told that girl, I said, look, I was so happy. Like, the trauma I went through, yeah, I was so happy. I felt so relieved. I said, look, you can have him. Congratulations. Like, for real. Imagine they done moved on, and they'll probably, regardless if they have or haven't, they probably have. Who knows? They probably was sleeping with Susie May the whole freaking time. But it'll help you. If you know your worth, then you know what I'm talking about. If you know your worth. Because ain't no way we gonna be fighting over these men. I could never. Ever. I don't care how fine, tall, buff, whatever you is. I'm not fighting over you. So next, I want you to understand that it had to happen. You kept seeing the red flags and you kept ignoring them. Ignoring the red flags that now you're forced to let this person go. So this is something that just needed to happen. This man had to hurt you so that you can finally get you back. And ain't nothing worse than losing yourself in someone else. So that just had to happen. Accept it. Move on with it. Sit with it. Understand it. Feel it. Feel all your feelings. All this heartbreak. Feel all your feelings. Still about to move on, but feel all your feelings. You lost yourself in this person. It is time to take your energy back. And I don't know about y'all, but I'm a cool girl. I'm chill. I'm down to earth. Humbly, I say that. So I know what my energy gives. Like, I always want to leave a good impression on people. And so my energy is expensive. I can't just be handing out, giving it out like freaking parade candy. Like, no. My energy is expensive, and I can't just be spending it on any and every dude that wants it. But for the ones that I spend it on, if I have to end up taking it back, they gonna feel that. They gonna feel it. So take your energy back and focus on finding you, becoming a better version of yourself again. Another tip is writing down how the relationship made you feel. I don't want to hear nothing about, oh my gosh, I loved how he touched me. I loved his hugs. I love how he would cook me breakfast in the morning. No, girl. Write down all the bad stuff. Duh. So I want you to write down all the bad, or, you know, how it made you feel, the bad things that happened in a relationship, how it made you feel. And whenever you're thinking about reaching out to this person or rekindling and whatever, such and such, go back and read that list. Then you'll be like, alright, yeah, I'm cool off you. Ladies, don't try to replace this guy so quickly. I know we're moving on, and I know sometimes you can get impatient and you're tired of feeling the pain and you want to move on so quickly. Ugh. If new dick comes along, by all means, either hunch or just let him take you to lunch. Whichever suits you best. I don't know. Okay? Me personally, I wouldn't be serious with someone right away. Because even though you might not have been the primary cause of the relationship going downhill or you guys breaking up, everybody plays some kind of role. Whether you didn't know your worth in the relationship and blah blah blah, he treated you this way, you also didn't know your value, so he didn't know your value. Take the time to figure yourself out before you become serious with the next person. You don't want to be breadcrumbing the next person. You want to be able to fully love yourself so that you can fully love that person as well. But of course, focus on healing. We're not focusing on dick. If it comes, no pun intended. If it comes, it comes though. But focus on healing. Healing can be so beautiful. And next, do things like do new hobbies, do things with friends, go to the gym, go back and reference my previous video I put out on how to become disciplined. I'm telling you, just do something that makes you feel good. Figure out what it is that you're passionate about. And it's not gonna be easy. Of course it's gonna be hard. Nothing worth it comes easy. Same thing with freedom and just being able to feel like yourself again. It's not gonna be easy, but it's gonna be worth it in the end. I want you to realize that going back will only put you back at square one. Going back to this guy, you're starting all the way over in your healing process, okay? So if he tries to spin the block and you didn't moved on and this person hasn't changed, don't go back. Don't be slow, don't be stupid. We're not doing that. And a lot of times when a guy tries to come back anyway, it's only to see if he still had access to you, how much you will tolerate this time, okay? Ladies, remain intentional, remain confident. Understand that you're a baddie. We're walking into 2025. We're not taking crap from no man ever. Use this heartbreak as ammo to just strive and do what you were supposed to be doing anyway. Don't waste your pain at all. This is gonna be painful. Moving on is painful. If you really love this person, moving on is gonna be painful. But don't waste your pain. You better use it for something good. And lastly, when you leave, as you move on and you send that last text message or whatever it is, be graceful with it. Be the girl that got away, but you do it gracefully. We're not doing all that ghetto rah-rah stuff, all that you know, blaming and stuff like that. He know what he did. So just leave gracefully. Let him know, hey, I love you. I love you enough to let you go. But I love myself a lot more than to stay and put up with what I've been putting up with. And get on through. Get on through. If you guys have any comments, questions, please comment them below. Any advice on how to move on. You never know who you may help. You might help me. I done been through heartbreak too. Maybe I'm trying to move on. So please don't forget to comment below. If you haven't hit the subscribe button, subscribe, like the video. Thank you for your time and your attention.